Hey guys, Valkyrie here, and we are doing Seduce Me the Automy, and this one is Eric's route. Yeah, we're doing Tentacle Summer! Yeah! Ren Senpai wanted me to do Eric, so. Okay, let's get into it, shall we? I'm gonna put that over there and just. Oop, whoa, I did something. What did I do? I don't know. Anyway, let's get into it. Lying on the floor was a group of men. They were all unconscious, but there was no explanation to us why they were there in the first place. I dropped my bags and let the door close on its own behind me. Huh? Who the heck are these guys? Why are they here? What's going on? Some of them had open wounds. The blood was staining the floor and the scent was entangling in the air. I couldn't help but feel bad for them instantly, but nevertheless I was shocked and a bit angry at the sudden intrusion. My mind suddenly went from caring and concerned to confused and demanding answers. Who are you guys? No response. I'll call the police. Still nothing. None of them seemed to be awake to answer or respond to me. It just seemed surreal to have random strangers in the house I just moved into. But I wanted answers, quickly. That was until... Get away from me!
Woman, you're going to let me kiss you.
There is Kagi. I couldn't believe it myself, but within a mere blink of an eye, one of the men went from lying on the floor to being right in front of my face. What was even more odd was the fact that I felt serene and calm about it. Slowly, a desire burned from my chest, telling me to accept his kiss, even when my mind vehemently refused. Go ahead?
Good.
As he kissed me, I could feel my body go weak. I didn't know why, but the kiss was draining me of my energy, and yet it was so good it made my heart sing. It was a strange and tingling feeling that danced over my every nerve of my body. I could feel streams of entangling energy run up my body and into my lips. It felt odd, but at the same time it felt amazing.
Sam, stop it.
The person kissing me, Sam was his name, glanced behind him.
I said stop. Now.
Fine.
Finally he pulled back and I was left standing there in a daze. I couldn't tell what was going on in my mind. My mind was completely enwrapped by the kiss and my thoughts that melted into drifts of my forgotten memories.
Please forgive my brother. He's a bit reckless.
At least I feel a hell of a lot better than you right now.
Because you used your abilities on her.
Abilities? What is this?
Sam, you're such a reckless brute. Taking advantage of a beautiful young woman like her.
Shut that pretty boy mouth of yours before I rip it off your pretty boy face.
Ooh, damn.
Sheesh, you guys. Can we not fight right now? Not all of us are in the best state.
I guess you are right, Matthew.
Matthew?
I agree.
So, from right to left, we have Damien, who is voiced by Jonah. Sam, voiced by Alejandro, also known as Kagi. I'll put a link in the description for his YouTube channel. He is fucking funny. James, who is voiced by Bradley. We have Eric, who is voiced by Christopher. And Matthew, who is voiced by Ethan. They're really cool guys. When they voice act, it pulls you into the game and just makes, like, I know people who have played this game and it's changed their lives because it's just giving them something to smile about. Anyway, talking. However, as the men get up and started to chat freely, my thoughts began to reassemble, and I remembered my confusion and anger once again, only now multiplied tenfold. What?
Huh? Did you say something beautiful?
And I exploded. What's going on? Why the hell are you in my house? Why are you all wounded? Why did you kiss me? Who the fuck are you guys? I couldn't help exploding, but after being taken advantage of and being left in a mush state, my words escaped me without filter. I definitely scared the men around me, even the man who kissed me. Sam? Wait a second, the guy who kissed me.
Ouch! What's your problem?
What's your problem? You can't just go around forcing people to kiss you like that. Are you some kind of pervert?
Pervert! It was only a kiss!
It might mean nothing to you, but it means a lot to me.
What? Was it your first kiss?
I like how we're blushing in the corner.
Ow! Hey!
yes,
What was
okay.
that for?
I know first kisses aren't exactly amazing and full of sparkles or something out of a fairy tale, but I at least expected it to be more than just something forced.
So it was your first kiss. Stop making such a big deal out of it.
Are you asking to get punched again?
Well, what do you want me to do? It's not like I can somehow take it back.
You could say you're sorry. Ask you for a fucking apology. You should at least apologize. That would suffice. As if to himself, he muttered something under his breath.
Why do I always look like the bad guy? Apologies aren't my forte, but I'll try my best. Okay, fine.
Sorry about what?
I'm sorry for kissing you like that. I went too far.
He sighed and ran his fingers through his hair.
I didn't mean for it to turn out that way. It's just, I act on impulse, okay? It's difficult to control myself and... What am I saying?
It's okay. I get what you're trying to say. Thank you for the apology.
Yeah, no problem.
Anyway, if you pull any funny business in the future, just a fair warning, I know Taekwondo. I think I've bickered enough. Time to get back to the main issue. So, what exactly are you all doing in my house?
Miss, please forgive us in our intrusion. We didn't know this abode belonged to anyone, nor did we have the time to take that into consideration.
What do you mean? You just don't barge into people's houses.
We wouldn't have had to if we weren't as wounded as we are currently. We just escaped from a deadly fight that could have ended our lives. Luckily for us, your home was near and the windows were unlocked, so we quickly came inside.
Last time I remembered, there was laws preventing strangers from stepping on private property. Although, considering the severity of their wounds, it had to be serious. I guess that explains the wounds, but not why he kissed me. He had absolutely no right to do that.
Well, lovely flustered lady, it's hard to explain, truly. We're not exactly normal.
Not normal. Well, are you guys demons or something? I asked almost jokingly, but the boy seemed to take my question quite differently.
Well, yeah, actually, something like that.
We're incubi, miss. Demons who consume and use sexual energy of humans to survive.
Incubi, the fabled demons that existed to haunt humans and make them sex-crazed monsters. The mythological creatures that could look at anyone just to get in your pants. The imaginary monsters you only saw in movies?
Hello? Did you hear him?
We're telling the truth.
Do you think she's still processing it?
Yes, and she'll understand right about...
Right. It was funny while it lasted, but it's time to cut the joke short. Incubuses don't exist. There was no way they existed. That'd practically be impossible.
Ahem. Incubi is the correct plural form. And yes, we do exist.
Prove it. As soon as either of those words left my mouth, I instantly regretted them.
Very well. Eric, go ahead.
Very well. My sweet, you're so tempting with such non-belief. Let me ease your mind with a tender kiss. I promise you'll enjoy every minute of it, and maybe you'll even want more.
Well, once again I was lost in a pool of calm and serenity. Staring into Eric's eyes, I felt waves of heat course through my chest and onto my face, painting my cheeks red in their wake. I couldn't help but nod and agree to his offer. Yeah, okay. With another kiss, my heart began to flutter once again in my chest, and my mind was sent spinning in a heated passion-filled pleasure. Yet I could feel my body drain of energy as he kissed me.
All right, that's enough.
Aw, very well. I feel so much better.
As he pulled away, I was left into a mental mush pool. I felt weak at the knees despite my will demanding me to stand straight in front of the boys before me. The world around me began to spin as I tried to speak. I think I'm going to puke.
Ah, where are our manners? I'm James, and these are my brothers, Sam, Eric, Matthew, and Damien.
Miss, are you okay?
Nope.
Shit. She fainted.
I can't believe it. Incubi. Real. It all spun around in my head until I only saw black. Floating in the darkness, my mind kept replaying the scene over and over again, reminding my body of the touch of the incubi's lips against mine. However, I began to feel the smooth silk around me and my eyelids unwillingly opened. Where? I awoke to find myself in a familiar place. Where was Mom? Dad? I was pretty sure this wasn't my room. Oh wait, I lived at Grandfather's house now. Of course it'd be unfamiliar. I rubbed my eyes and surveyed my surroundings. I was still in the clothes that had arrived in the house but I was laying in a silk-covered bed. I remember coming in the afternoon, so that's what... It was night time already. Suppressing a yawn, I stretched my arms. Maybe I would go order some food for delivery. I was feeling pretty hungry, but I was about to sit up. But I suddenly realized I wasn't alone.
You're awake.
Hi, Damien. Since when was he standing there? And who the heck was he? A guy in my bedroom? Did we fuck? There's no way. He's smiling at this thought. Sorry, I was saying my thoughts aloud. Why was I apologizing to a stranger who had only said 2 words to me since I woke up? Wait, he looked eagerly familiar. Then it all came back to me. Incubus. He was an incubus. He and his brothers come here for refuge, and 2 of them kissed me, and I fainted. Yeah, that was how things came to this. Oh. Oh dear. He was leaning against the far wall, looking at me. My heart began to race as I thought of the endless list of possibilities in this situation brought me. I hated the thought of being under an incubus's power, especially in the bedroom. But I'm going to be calm, because it's Damien. I took a deep breath. I was sure that any of them wanted to take advantage of me, they would have already. Yeah, I'm awake now.
That's good.
I saw a small form of a smile on his face, which made me blush a little bit. Why though? One thing still concerned me though.
I'm not going to use my powers on you.
You just did.
I can read minds. It's an ability I was born with. Each of us has a different ability, outside of our usual mind-altering powers.
Great. Even more surprises! I grew even more worried about the situation I was in. I see. How long have I been asleep?
For a few hours. It's already gotten quite dark outside.
Well, where are the others?
My brothers are downstairs, cleaning up the blood from the lobby floor. And making you dinner as an apology.
Sounds Stacy? Okay. That was unexpectedly sweet.
Oh, it's the least we can do after invading your home, and 2 of us using our powers on you.
Well, technically 3 of you, because you're reading my mind. You've got a point. Right, I'd forgotten about that. It still irked me that they practically taken advantage of me at that point. Even if they were demons, it was pretty rude to demonstrate their powers by kissing me. I wasn't some kind of human plaything. All of this seemed pretty unreal. My phone just vibrated again. It was like something out of a romance novel that Naomi sometimes reads. I wished I could have went back to sleep and forgotten all about it. Maybe I should have just called police on them. Then I would never have landed myself in this situation.
Do you feel well enough to get out of bed?
Yeah, I think so. Whoa.
Trust me, I won't let you go.
That is cool. That's cute. That's cute. Excuse me. I'm not sure about this.
I promise.
I don't like being picked up anyway. Okay, I trust you.
Good.
I was speechless. He was carrying me as if I weighed nothing. He was so strong.
Thank you.
You used your power on me again. Oh yeah, I forgot.
It's all right. I'm used to it.
I decided to close my mouth for the time being so that I wouldn't weird him out by making things more awkward than they already were. Well, he didn't seem to mind carrying me or listening to me talk, so at least things weren't too strange. Damien seemed very quiet and calm about everything, especially with the situation we were in. However, there was sort of longing in his eyes when he looked at me that wasn't lustful. It was more in admiration. Once we reached the lobby, I decided that I felt well enough to walk on my own. As strong as he was, it was like he was carrying nothing. I didn't want to make him carry me everywhere. Yeah, that would be mortifying. Thanks for carrying me, but I think I can walk by myself now. Not saying that I didn't like it, I mean, I liked it. Not in a weird way, of course, it's not like I get carried around all the time. But what I'm trying to say is that it was really nice of you to do that. I started to fumble over my words again. Real smooth, Val, real smooth.
It's no problem. I'll be heading to the dining room then.
Alright, see you. He gently lowered me to the ground before he walked off quietly, disappearing into the shadows of the dark lobby.
Oh, hi!
Hi, Matthew. Suddenly a boy who looked around my age, or possibly younger, bounced up to me. He looked vaguely familiar. Oh, wait. Ah, you're Matthew, right?
Mm-hmm, that's me. Are you feeling any better now? We were all worried when you suddenly passed out.
Oh, you were worried. I'm fine.
Really? Your face is kind of red. Do you feel sick?
No, I'm fine, I'm sure of it. I must have been blushing when Damien was carrying me down the stairs. How embarrassing.
Well, if you say so. I hope Sam and Eric didn't make you upset.
It's okay, after all, I did hit Sam after what he did, and about Eric, I just wanted you guys to prove it to me what you were saying, and I suppose you are real then. I wondered how exactly I got myself into this mess. First my grandfather, then a fight with father, blowing at Lisette, and now this. I suddenly had a knack for getting my myself into sticky situations.
Oh, I have an idea.
You do? He shoved his hands into his pockets with a cheery grin on his face.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Is he trying to do a magic trick?
Ta-da!
What the fuck is that? What is that exactly? He smiled as if to wave it off, but when he opened his eyes and saw what he was holding, his face froze in shock.
Wait a second. What did I just make? This is...
What he produced from his pocket was a creepy looking doll.
Ah, what is that?
I'm not sure. It's so cute. His face paled considerably and he dropped it onto the floor, screaming away from it frantically.
Get it away from me! It might be possessed by a demon or something!
Says the demon. But isn't he a demon himself?
That's not what I wanted to make! I just wanted to surprise you with a stuffed animal or just something to cheer you up. That looks like it came straight out of a horror movie.
He slumped his shoulders and looked down at his feet. Oh, it's okay, you don't have to look so dejected. I mean, it's certainly unique. I'll keep it. Because
But
it's
it looks
cute.
so creepy.
It looks creepy, but it's cute. It's the thought that counts, right? You wanted to cheer me up after all. I picked up the doll and looked at it closely. Sure, it looked pretty weird at first, but it could be cured if I looked at it from a certain angle. I gave him a small smile. Thanks.
You're welcome. It's good to see you smiling, even though the thing I made still kind of creeps me out. Anyway, you should come with me to the dining room. We're almost finished with the food, and, well, I don't mean to brag, but we're pretty decent chefs.
Sounds great, lead the way. Something smells really good. My stomach rumbled in agreement. I was starving.
Oh, the girl's awake.
The boy's awake. Excuse you, I have a name, you know.
Should we really care?
You did kiss me.
Sam, I will roast that tongue for dinner if it doesn't stop flapping in that idiotic mouth of yours.
Shh. Whatever.
I apologize for his attitude.
Yeah, it's fine.
Good. I hope you'll enjoy the meal we prepared for you.
Meal? For a second, my mind didn't understand what James meant. Maybe it was the doll getting into my head and distracting me. Yeah, that's right. Demi and Matthew mentioned that they were making dinner as an apology. Oh, wait, you didn't have to.
We insist. Besides, it's quite impossible to undo our cooking, even if you command us to.
Alright, well, thank you. Matthew put down the last plates on the table and bowed a bit, exaggeratedly at me, gesturing to the table with a sweeping motion.
There we go. Dinner's all served.
The table was filled with various foods with an eclectic selection of cuisines. One portion of the table was filled with elegantly plated Asian foods, and another portion was looked yummy-looking desserts. And then we get more and more plates than I could possibly imagine. Well, that's a lot of food. And it all looks so good.
We hope you enjoy it, my sweet.
What? Sweet? Me? Same sentence?
That's enough, Eric.
Yeah, it's fine.
You're no fun, James.
I don't need to be fun, Eric. Miss, please follow me.
I didn't know what came over me, whether it was his politeness or maybe his power, but I couldn't help but take his offered arm. James seemed very kind and intelligent, but aside from that, there was something that set him apart from his brothers. Not to mention he didn't really seem to hold much appreciation for them.
Miss, I have to ask, why do you live alone?
It's kind of a long story.
I'm all ears if you wish to tell.
Sure. To put it briefly, I literally just moved here today.
That explains the luggage you brought in when you came through the front doors. By the way, we put your belongings in the room you were sleeping in. That seems to be the master bedroom, I believe.
Thanks. This house is really big. I don't think I could explore the entirety when I was a child.
You lived here before?
No, truth to be told, it was my grandfather's house. I used to visit him all the time when I was younger.
May I ask why you now live in your grandfather's house?
He actually passed away yesterday. It was believed to me in his will, and I was sent to live here whether I liked it or not.
My condolences. It seems like you don't like the idea of living here.
It's not that I don't like the house, or that I don't have fond memories of being here. It's just the implications that come with staying at this estate. It's kind of complicated to explain.
How do you feel about it?
I certainly wasn't expecting that question, but in a good way. It was different from what I had heard the entire day at school. I appreciate the fact that he was willing to listen. I feel angry, sad, scared, and confused. It's hard picking out the different emotions that I'm feeling right now. I wish I was stronger.
You don't have to be strong.
What do you mean?
I understand that you're going through a difficult time, so it's okay to feel those emotions. You don't have to be strong at all.
Thank you.
Are you alright? There seems to be a small bruise on your cheek.
He noticed. He caught me off guard with that comment. I thought no one would have noticed. I'm thinking just at that. I'm fine. He stopped and leaned close, a bit too close for comfort, or maybe it was just me. Inspecting my face, he was really quite tall, having to bend over so much looked at me straight in the face. It was hard to look at him, especially when he was so close. After a few seconds, he straightened up and began walking again.
Well, if you're having any problems, I'm always here to listen.
That's really kind of you to offer that.
My pleasure. Here's your seat.
Let me get your chair for you, lovely lady.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay. Eric was charming, and his smile pulled at my heart. The way he kept flirting with me definitely designated him as the charm of the demons, yet there was a little distance in his eyes.
By the way, I apologize for my behavior earlier. Stealing your second kiss like that.
Huh? Oh yeah, when I didn't believe that I were goodbye. It's fine, I guess. I mean, you didn't just get up and grab me for a kiss for no reason like a certain Sam.
I'm not as forward, unlike Sam.
Suddenly, Eric leaned in and whispered in my ear.
I won't lie, though. I enjoyed kissing you and feeling you melt in my arms.
I was torn between smacking him and trying to play it cool. But cool. You sure are quite the charmer, aren't you?
Yes, I am known for that.
As much as I do appreciate the constant compliments, you don't have to keep talking to me like that.
Like what?
He batted his eyelids as if he had no idea what I was talking about, and I couldn't help but laugh. Well, like you're trying to get into my pants half the time.
I can assure you, I'm just a lover of beautiful women.
Something tells me there's more to it than that. For a moment he looked away, losing a bit of his smile. Before I could question it, though, he turned back to me with a new teasing smile.
Did you want there to be more?
I didn't want to hit him, but I didn't know how to react, so I couldn't look at him as he just merely chuckled again in my ear.
Sorry. You just look so cute when you're blushing.
I felt my face heat up slightly from his words. I then felt Eric take my hand and kiss it gently.
I hope you'll enjoy dinner, however, my dear.
I drew my attention back to the dishes, and I was both intrigued and slightly scared about the amount of food they made. Seeing my expression, Eric leaned forward and proudly smiled, gesturing to all the dishes with a dramatic sweep of his arm.
I made almost all of the dishes myself.
Uh-huh. Humorously enough, Matthew looked at him with a shocked expression, as if he was betrayed. His face changed instantly to a frown.
And I'm the Queen of the Nile.
What's that supposed to mean?
Me, you, and James did the work together, dummy.
My phone keeps fucking
It's
vibrating.
you, James, and I, Matthew.
You're a pompous jackass.
Little boys
Fucking
will
sake.
always make mistakes.
I'm getting pissed off at my fucking phone going off. Matthew looked at James in disbelief, probably for siding with Eric, and he was knowingly shriveled back into Eric.
I'm not a little boy. I'm barely a year younger than you.
Well, you certainly don't act like it.
I really couldn't help but laugh. Matthew seemed very much like a kid. He was adorable, however. I couldn't help but feel like, in a way, he was much more mature than the others, especially Eric.
Huh? Is something funny?
No, it's nothing. Thank you for the meal, all of you.
Oh. You're welcome, miss.
Such a well-mannered young lady. Beautiful inside and out.
Eric, knock it off.
In agreement with Matthew, Sam cocked up his head and glared at Eric.
Seriously, you're getting really annoying with that suck-up act.
It was obvious that Sam was the bad boy of the group. He had his big, tough act, and it was obvious he was physically stronger than the rest of the guys. But there was more to him than that.
I'm just trying to be a gentleman. The young girl has already gone through so much. She deserves a good treatment.
There's a difference between being a gentleman and being an obnoxious flirt.
Uh-huh.
Schooled even by James. You're gonna need some cold water for that burn.
Ooh.
By the way, I don't believe we caught your name even though you know each of us.
Ah, I'm Valkyrie.
It's a pleasure to finally know your name.
Pleasure
Yeah,
mine.
that's a nice name.
Thanks. They were all comfortable around me, despite the awkward situation we were in. It was as if it were natural for for them to be around humans. I guess that was just how Incubi worked. But I was still curious about one thing. Excuse me. All at once, they looked at me. I didn't know why, but having one of them look at me made me feel kind of important, like a queen or something.
What is it, miss?
I wanted to thank you for the food, but I also wanted to know why you all came here. I feel like I don't quite understand. Yeah. Like, being told that a bunch of incubi randomly appearing in your house is perfectly understandable.
Oh, how do we explain?
We were attacked. We came here to heal. What's so difficult to understand?
Now you're just being rude, Sam.
I'm just saying, how is that difficult to understand?
No, I mean, what specifically happened?
Well, you see, we've been traveling around for quite some time now. Just recently we came into town, but we were jumped by this band of misfits. So, in order to escape and heal, we came here for shelter. Again, we apologize for the mess we made.
It's fine, I guess. So you're all better now?
Yup, all thanks to you.
Huh? Me? Why?
You see, beautiful, we feed on sexual energy. But we don't just get it from kissing lovely ladies such as yourself. We can simply touch someone's hand to obtain sexual energy. Everyone carries sexual energy, you know.
I was still in shock about their powers. It wasn't just kisses that gave them power, but it was anything physical. No wonder I was out for a while. These incubi intrigued me, but at the same time I almost hear a warning sound go off my head.
Is there anything else you wish to know?
Well, what do you all plan to do now?
Yeah, what are we gonna do now, James?
That is a very good question. We just got here and surely we'll be hunted again if we leave.
We can take him easily.
Not without more training, Sam. The result of that was clearly evident in our last encounter with them.
At that moment, I didn't know what came over me, but I suddenly felt sorry for them. They couldn't possibly survive out there. If they didn't know it was legal to break into people's homes, they'd probably know a bunch of other stuff. They'd probably cause chaos all over the town. Or on the flip side, they could be taken in for questioning and be poked and prodded like lab frogs. Yeah, no, that was even worse. But most of all, they reminded of me back then. I was standing alone and the entire classroom was filled with laughter and chatter, but I stood in the midst of it all quiet and alone. It was strange seeing the whole world pass in front of me with such vibrancy, all while I stood there. On the plus side, I wasn't engaged in any of the drama that might have arisen, like scribbling on someone's paper for revenge or kicking someone too hard. It was kind of nice just standing back and watching things pass by. I had long before convinced myself that I preferred being alone. I often said to myself in encouragement, yeah, I want to be alone. There's no one I like better than me, so I want to spend more time with myself. But there was a certain bitterness that, coupled with being alone, made me feel so sad. There was a difference between being alone and lonely. I just didn't realise it in that moment. And even after that moment, my father, my mother, there was no one to turn to. I was so lonely. That's when I decided on it right then. I was going to go see my grandfather. I didn't care what my father would take me there. I was going to walk my way over there and see what he had to say about it. I had never met him. I had never seeing him before that. What better time to see him? If no one else was going to help me, what I was feeling, you might as well turn to him. So after school, I decided to walk there. I had no idea how to get there, and I was armed with only a scrap of paper with the address scribbled on it. And as a 7-year-old, I obviously had great ideas. As soon as I became lost, and I was like that, I always did when I felt lost. I just stood there on the sidewalk, back pressed against the wall, eyes looking at the strangers passing by. And like always, people continued to pass by and life continued to go on. I was sadder than ever, and I had ended up in the situation I was originally in. Nothing had changed. I thought that I was silly for even thinking that I could change things with my own hands. That was until a voice brought me back to reality.
Hun, is that you?
I looked up and saw an unfamiliar face, but it was obvious that whoever was talking to me knew who I was. And from that moment things began to change. Life began moving its rusty joints, and I realised that things were moving along. Suddenly I had become a part of the crowd that moved like a blur past me. I was no longer someone who stood still and watched others hurry past me. Life had changed. I had changed. Because the very person who found me that day was my grandfather. I had the opportunity to help them, though would I? I wanted to, but I wasn't sure if it was the best idea. After all, 5 demons in my house wasn't exactly the living arrangement I had imagined when I first moved in. It was the matter of making sure no one found out about their powers. Thinking about them as ladrots just made my stomach queasy. And even if they passed for humans, how would I explain having the guys living in my house? Imagine if my friends came over. Would they practically think I was part of a harem or something? Oh god, imagine if my parents came over. I think my mum would faint. Who knows what my dad would do? I think he would have them arrested on the spot. This was hard. Maybe I should have written out pros and cons list before actually having to make the decision.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide. Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
It was strange that I happened to remember what my grandfather said to me when I was little, but it kind of made sense. They weren't in the same exact situation that I was in, but I did want to help them out. I think it would ease my conscience and also make me a bit happy. To give him help, of course, as weird as that sounded. Clenching my hands into a fist, I strengthened myself to speak up. Oh, well, you could...
What was that, lovely lady?
That is,
Spit it out already.
You could stay here with me if you'd like. As soon as I finished my sentence, the room became still. I'm not sure what went through their heads from my words. The silence in the air cut like a knife until they finally spoke up. It seemed like you all needed a place to stay, and well, I just moved into this giant house, so it just seemed like it made sense. It was still quiet in the room, so I decided to keep talking. If you'd like to stay here, though, there are 2 things that I need from all of you to follow.
Yes?
First of all, you can't use your powers or deliberately do something that might harm me or any guests that come over. Well, save for enemies, but you get the drift.
That sounds reasonable.
Second, you have to help me with the errands around the house. This place is kinda big, so yeah.
That is a generous offer, miss. Are you sure that would be okay? We don't wish to burden you any more than we already have.
It's alright, really. I mean, I've just started living here myself, so why would I would appreciate some help around the house.
A wonderful idea. We'll live here and train while helping you with the house. Servants for the lovely princess.
He sounds like Tamaki.
What? Are you serious?
Sam don't like it.
Shh, be quiet, Sam. I haven't slept in a bed for days.
They all seemed to like the idea except for Sam. And hey, I didn't really hate the idea either, even if they were incubi. It'd be interesting having 5 guys help me take your things, given that they would follow the rules I had just laid down.
Fine, but we're not staying here forever. Only until we can beat up that group of punks.
I think that is a reasonable time limit for our stay.
Yes, this is awesome.
Also beautiful. If you need a bedfellow.
Eric, knock it off.
I was happy that they agreed. Maybe it was because I was going to be lonely for a while. Maybe it was because they all needed help. My want to help people was fulfilled. I'll never be sure.
So what are we waiting for? Let's celebrate and dig in.
Finally, I'm starving.
Instantly, Matthew and Sam began to stuff themselves with food on the table. I noticed James' eyes twitching in irritation, so I stifled my incoming laugh.
Really, you two? You're both acting like pigs.
Oh, let them have a little freedom, James. It's not like we've eaten recently either. I'm sure they've been starving.
Still, that's no excuse for stuffing their faces like backyard swine.
I almost couldn't hold it in, so I didn't. I couldn't hold in my laughter anymore. As I laughed, Matthew and Sam looked at my way. Faces stuffed.
Is something funny? What are you laughing at?
I stopped to catch my breath. I leaned over the table and took a food breath before replying. You're both so funny. Both of their faces turned into a slight pink before they looked away from me and they swallowed their food in the mouth.
Shut up! We're not funny. We're hungry.
Well, we're glad that we made you laugh.
Shut up, Matthew!
What? I'm just saying.
See, James, it's entertainment for her.
They were funny to me. At least they enjoyed the food as I watched. I took a couple of pieces of food for myself and placed them on my plate before eating as well. Eventually, we all ate dinner together. It was strange eating with just guys, but it was enjoyable to be around. They made me feel like a part of their family as we ate together. However, our peace was soon disturbed. It's my mom. Excuse me. Hello?
Hey, honey, how are you? I'm sorry I didn't get to see you off.
Hi, Mom. Everything's fine. I'm actually eating dinner right now.
Oh, good, good. So there was food there.
Yep.
Well, your father wanted me to call and talk to you about having a house party tomorrow night to celebrate the new house and all.
Really? A house party? Tomorrow? Night? So soon?
Your father insists. You know how he is with events.
I knew exactly what she meant. He didn't like relaxing periods between important events. It was slightly messed up. I was expected to act at the drop of a dime, from moving immediately to the day after the funeral to my grandfather's house to now organising a party. I know. Well, since I don't exactly have you two to help me arrange it, I'm going to need some time to prepare things.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, Suzu and Naomi can help. I have work, and you know how your father is.
I know, I have to do it by myself. He won't help.
I'm sure it'll be amazing, honey. I have faith in you.
Thanks, Mom.
All right, I gotta go. I love you, sweetie.
Love you too, Mom. Bye. Great. Now how am I going to do this?
Is something wrong?
She has to organize a house party for her parents.
Oh, yeah, mind reading. But yeah, I gotta do it soon or my parents will be really disappointing. I'll have to stay up all night and organize everything.
Hey, why don't we help you? That's what we're here for, right?
I don't see why not.
I can name a few reasons why we shouldn't.
Sam?
Back off!
We'll take care of everything, miss. Just leave everything to us.
That was surprising. I didn't think the boys would offer the help right off the bat. I couldn't help but smile. I was actually rather thankful for now that I'd let them stay. Now I didn't have to do everything alone. As I kept thinking about it, I couldn't help but yawn.
Feeling a little tired over there, princess?
Yeah, it's been a long day. At least tomorrow's the weekend so I can sleep in. Then it hit me. Wait, where are you guys gonna sleep?
We found some guest rooms on the opposite end of the house from the master bedroom. I'm sure those will do just fine.
Oh, okay, got it. Alright then. I'm heading to my room to study and then sleep. I guess I'll see you all tomorrow.
Have a good night.
I will. You too. With that, I left the dining room and went to my room.
Eric, no.
What? I wasn't going to do anything.
Yes, he was.
Shh!
As soon as I got into my room, a wave of exhaustion hit me. Why am I so tired all of a sudden? I just woke up from that nap. I dragged myself to bed and hauled one of my bags. I opened it and grabbed my economics books, knowing that no matter how tired I was, I had to study at least a page or two before sleeping. The words on the page scrambled in my mind as I read through them, but after 2 or 3 tries, I managed to understand what the page was all about. Equations. Finally, I decided to change into my pajamas and head to bed. Today had been a really long day and I needed the rest. Hopefully, tomorrow will be better. 3 days of surprises in a row won't kill me. With that thought in my mind, I drifted to sleep, embracing the darkness of slumber.
You fucking pretty boys think you're all that, huh? Well, save that to the end of my pistol!
Huh? What's going on? I couldn't move my body. I felt like I was tied up, and I couldn't see anything beyond the darkness that surrounded me. Yet I could hear the sounds of heated argument coming from all directions.
One move and she gets it!
Let her go!
Nephew?
Come on, chicken shit. Fight us like a real man.
Sam?
Like you scare me, Sam! Come on! Take one step, I dare ya.
Why can't I see?
Stay away from her, Malix!
And what are you gonna do, nerd boy?
Suddenly I felt myself pulled to one side and my arms wrapped around my body protecting
I've
me.
got you. Don't worry.
Huh? Eric? As I was held in a tight embrace, I felt the world around me once again settle into a low, peaceful hum. The hostility of the dream before had faded into black as my arms around me rocked comfortably. Slowly, though, I made fluttered open and I looked up at the person holding me. Damien? I stared into the eyes of Damien, whose face was painting with worry and concern. I knew he must have seen my dream. Why did I dream of Eric holding me, though?
You can't control your dreams.
Oh well, I guess you're right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. What time is it?
It's 9 a.m. James and I were making breakfast when I, well...
You can't control your mind reading.
No, not yet at least. I hope to learn eventually, though.
Is everything alright?
Yeah, I'm alright.
That's good. I'm assuming you had a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm sorry for disturbing you both.
You didn't disturb us, miss. Besides, we'd rather make sure you're okay before anything.
Oh, thanks.
Now, why don't you come downstairs with us and have some breakfast? I'm sure some nice food will take your mind off of what you dreamt of.
It was embarrassing to be the damsel in distress once again, but I felt rather happy that James and Damien was concerned for me. Despite only knowing me for a short time, I wasn't sure if it was just courtesy or if they were genuinely concerned. I couldn't exactly read their minds. Alright. The 2 boys had led me to the dining room where the smell of bacon and eggs danced in the air. The smell wafted from the kitchen and made its way into the room, making my stomach growl in need. Breakfast smells good.
We should be done with breakfast soon. If you want to sit down at the table, you can.
I nodded before sitting down. As I sat down, however, my mind drifted back to the dream I had. That feeling of hostility around me made my body shudder instantly, even though I knew it wasn't real. However, as my eyes closed, I felt a hand placed upon my head, breaking me out of my thoughts. Huh?
Morning. You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sam, the owner of the hand on my head, raised an eyebrow at me before rustling my hair and moving away to sit down at the table. He then barked towards the kitchen, where James was working.
Hey! Is the food done yet? I'm starving!
There's no need to yell, Sam!
You're yelling too!
Don't argue with me!
From behind me, Eric appeared and sat beside me, rubbing his temples in obvious annoyance.
Can we not yell this early in the morning? It's not like we're in the castle.
Castle? For some reason, when I heard the word castle, I couldn't help but yell in surprise. These guys had a castle. Sam looked at me and smirked at my reaction.
Yeah, we have a castle back home. Our dining room's 10 times bigger than this room.
And wouldn't it be logical to not yell?
Whatever.
Soon James and Damien appeared, hands full of plates that carried bacon, eggs, toast, and waffles. They placed the plates down by each seat before seating themselves.
My favorite.
Finally.
Thank you all for the breakfast, it looks amazing.
It's our pleasure.
All of a sudden my phone began to ring, ushering me to pull it from my pocket and answer. Hello?
Hey, good morning! Guess who's at your door right now?
What? Right on cue, there was a knock on the lobby door. My heart stopped. Zuzu and Naomi were here.
I'll get it!
No, my heart quickly began to pound in my chest. Matthew was in the lobby and he'd get the door first. I instantly jumped out of my chair and rushed to the dining room. As I passed through the archway between the dining room and the lobby, I saw Matthew reach his hand for the brass door handle, causing the world to go to slow motion. Matthew, don't. But before my words could reach his ear, Matthew had opened the door and revealed the surprised faces of Naomi and Zuzu. The world around me stopped as Zuzu and Naomi kept their eyes on Matthew, who merely stared back in fear and embarrassment. I could feel the air go from warm to freezing in a matter of seconds.
Hi?
I could not believe this was happening. How was I going to explain this? The week has already been bad enough. To make matters worse, I had frozen in place. Please, for God's sake, someone do something other than just stand there.
Who are you?
Suzu, please let me explain.
What's going on here?
Who's at the door, Matthew? Oh.
Soon the other incubi appeared in the lobby with us. The situation was not getting pretty. I had to think fast.
Then why did one of them open the door? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It was no use. There's no time to lie to them. I felt helpless. Then I felt a hand on my shoulder and felt the tension in my body almost fade away. I turned my head to see James smile at me before stepping in front of me.
We must apologize, ladies. We know the situation must be confusing for everyone. Let's take this to the dining room and we'll explain everything.
I stared at James wide-eyed. Was he going to tell them who they were? Everything seemed real. Before I knew it, I was led to the dining room along with Zuzu and Naomi, and sat across from their confused gaze. As Naomi and Zuzu sat down, Eric and Matthew placed their untouched plates of food in front of them, surprising their guests.
Whoa, this looks amazing! Thank you!
Our pleasure, ladies. We hope you enjoy your meals.
Make sure you dig in!
I looked at Naomi and Zuzu as they began to eat, visibly enjoying every bite they placed in their mouth. Hopefully the food would ease their minds for whatever James wanted to reveal. As Naomi and Zuzu inputted meals, James and the other boys stood behind my chair, making me grow even more red in the face.
So, Anderson, are you gonna tell us what's going on?
Well, you see... Oh God, excuse me. James gently placed a hand on my shoulder again, signaling me to just eat my food. As I began to eat, he spoke to Naomi and Zuzu.
We are Miss Anderson's house servants. We were hired by her late grandfather to help around the mansion, but since he has passed, we now assist Miss Anderson with living on her own.
Nice one, James.
That makes sense. It's such a huge house.
A huge house for a wonderful princess such as Miss Anderson deserves the greatest of servants to care for it.
But why are you all dressed so casually and stuff? Aren't servants supposed to have uniforms or whatever?
Well, Miss Anderson allows us to get comfy while we work, so she lets us wear casual clothes.
Yeah, something like that.
We are sorry if we made this situation awkward earlier.
We're very sure that Miss Anderson is also still getting used to having us as her servants. It would be very hard to explain after just a day.
I guess.
So, if I may ask, what brings you two ladies here?
Well, we wanted to see how our friend was doing. Since it's the weekend and all, usually we hang out and just chill. Yeah, like going to the arcade and stuff. Or the Pink Lady Cafe.
There's an arcade?
That makes a lot of sense, ladies. Well, we don't wish to disturb you any further than we have, so we'll take our leave and start preparing the house.
Huh? Preparing for what?
We gotta prep the house for some sort of housewarming party thing.
Our princess's parents requested a housewarming party to be held here soon.
And by soon, They mean tonight.
Oh, well, I guess we can help out or something. Right, Naomi? I thought you wanted to go to the arcade. This housewarming thing is more important.
No need. We can handle it. If you'd like to, miss, you can go out with your friends while we handle things here.
Seriously?
Sam, not now.
Well, I wanted to help out, but at the same time I wanted to go out with my friends. James gave me a look of understanding, letting me know that if I left, everything would be okay. I had to make a decision. I will stay around to help, though.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, besides it's my housewarming party, I should help too.
Want us to help out as well?
I think we got it all taken care of. Thanks, though, girls.
All right. We'll head on out then, so we're not in the way.
Sorry, guys. I'll hang out with you guys soon, though.
It's all good, Anderson. We'll definitely come to the housewarming party tonight.
Awesome. Thank you. I led them back to the lobby and walked them to the doors, opening it for them with a thankful smile. They both gave me hugs before walking out to Naomi's car, which was parked in the driveway. And with that, they left. I was happy that they wanted to help, but I had to do this on my own. It's not their work, so I didn't want to force it on them just because they were my best friends. I had the entire day to work. The party was tonight, and we had to do all what we could to make it right. We sat down and talked about what we needed to happen before the party started tonight. Each guy had designed a different part of the party. And right after lunch, we began to work. Since everything was taken care of by at least one incubus, James told me I could assist one of them. The question was who? Eric. I stayed in the dining room, knowing that the table had to become a buffet table. As I looked around the room carefully, I noted that the floor needed waxing and the table needed dusting. Eric came next to me, lowered a small mop and bucket he had brought in on the floor, and rolled his sleeves up higher on his arms before looking at me with a raised eyebrow.
Are you sure you want to work with me with cleaning this place up? It'll be a lot of cleaning and tidying. Plus, we have to move the chairs to the corner.
I shook my head, rolling my sleeves, and walking to the table, grabbing a hold of a chair. I think I can handle lifting a couple of chairs and moving them. Eric smiled at me with a soft chuckle before following my lead. Eventually, we had moved all the chairs to the corner of the room and had begun cleaning the room and the table. Silence consumed the air as we both focused on cleaning. I decided to start mopping the floor, but as I stepped towards the bucket, my foot rolled over over a small, fluffy object. I wonder what that is, causing me to slip. Bah! Before I hit the floor, however, I wandered up in the arms of Eric, staring up at him in a dance-like dip while I was gripping onto his shirt. His face held pure concern as he held on and looked down at me.
Are you all right, Princess?
Yeah. All I could do was nod, and I stared at Eric. He was genuinely concerned. There was no flirtation or a smirk on his face. It was cute to see a new side of him. Eric let out a small sigh of relief.
That's a relief. You didn't twist your ankle, did you?
No, I'm fine. Gently, I felt Eric's arm dip underneath my knee so he could lift me up bridal style. I gripped tighter onto his shirt before he sat me on the table and knelt down to look at my feet. I'm really fine. Eric didn't speak as he gently looked over my ankles, lightly massaging them to test for pain. I didn't feel any pain. I felt pressure. I didn't feel any pain. I felt pleasure. I bit my lip as Eric gently massaged his fingers over my skin. I'd had a foot massage before, but Eric had amazing skills. Each touch and press sent a wave of pleasure running up my spine. I had to fight back and moan. Eric's face, though, didn't shift in any mischief or seduction. It remained as concerned as ever. He was full of surprises. Eventually, he went... Eventually, he'd finished looking over my feet and smiled in relief. He slowly stood up and smiled his usual smile at me with a small giggle.
You were right, Princess. You were fine.
Eric gently lifted me off the table and lowered me to the floor before placing a swift kiss on my forehead and continuing his work. I stood there for a moment before slowly walking to the bucket and cleaning as well. My heart continued to pound as we both finished the cleaning. The hour of the house party had arrived in my mind. I kept double and checking the essentials for the party, knowing my dad invited his business partners and the executives to the Anderson Stanley Toys Company. I stood in front of my mirror in my room, staring at my form as a million thoughts ran through my mind. It was just housewarming party, but at the same time it wasn't. And on that note, I am going to stop this one here. because I have friends coming over and I have a social life. Not that I don't like you guys. It's just, you gotta be a hostess when your friends are here anyway. Alright then, well, I hope you enjoyed this one for the start of Eric's route. Yeah, I'm sorry about the coughing, I'm still ill. So, yeah, I will see you in the next video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Jenna.